Look at this. What a beautiful morning it is. We're out running. So I want your opinion on something. Today I'm wearing my Hoka Oni Rincon shoes, and the midsole's like completely dead. They wore out pretty quick, to be honest, compared to other shoes. That's no surprise to most people who've been reading those reviews. But my question to you is, what do you do when you have like running shoes like mine that are actually in quite good condition? I don't know if you want to just walk in them in a way. They're not like falling to pieces. It's just that as a runner, they're not working so well. So what do you do with your shoes there in that circumstance? Do you donate them to charity, or is that a bad thing because they're pretty much dead and you're kind of, you know, passing on dead stuff? Do you, I don't know, use them as garden shoes? Let me know down in the comments down below, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these shoes. Better carry on running now. We just made it into the woods, so there's a little bit of a break from the wind. It's pretty windy, so I've not been filming so much. We're about 7.5 kilometers into the run. Oh, I wanted to say something and I've forgotten now. That was it. So for this video, what I wanted to do is, seeing as I've shown you some of my exercises and routines recently, is kind of do like a, not house tour, but my home gym tour. I thought it'd be quite good to show you what I've got, why I've got them, and, you know, something that might be useful for you. That was so super cool to see. That was my father-in-law who I just saw running, and look, the time I've known him, he's never been doing any running. And I guess when he was younger, he did a lot of football and team sports, ice hockey, and quite active person. Sorry, it got really windy then. I don't know what it is, but sometimes some people at a certain age, they stop doing activity. You know, I mean, we're not saying you have to go and run 2-hour 30 marathon, but you know, they even stop jogging or whatever. And it was super inspiring to see that Aki was out there running. You know, I think he's age 60 and just starting to take it back up again. And boy oh boy, that gives me more inspiration than seeing someone run like a 2-hour 20 marathon. Seeing the determination and the willingness to try and get out there and do something. And he's been doing it now for like a couple of months, I think, being more active, and yeah, super inspiring. Actually, before we get home, let me just go over the run. And look, being honest, it was super nice to be outside and beautiful weather and everything, but yeah, the run was real hard today. I think it was quite clear from like 5 kilometers that it was going to be a tough one, and yeah, we did it, but no pain. I just did have like a little bit of a tight calf still on my right side, but that's fine. It's not an injury. It's just I obviously clearly need to give it a little bit more love and attention with the foam roller. And we ended up doing 18 kilometers, so 3 kilometers over what I was kind of aiming to do. Because we added in 6 by 20-second strides at the end with 1 minute recovery, and that was like hard work. Here you go, welcome to my home gym. Like, it's just a nice little small space that we've created here. So this is what our living room looks like. You walk in, and we used to have a sofa where the table is, and just one chair over here, and the dining table is here. We got rid of the sofa, and I've got like 2 armchairs over there. And now that means that we have this space here, which is my home gym. I should really say our home gym. First things first, the base. Let's work from the ground up, right? So we've got this really nice yoga mat here. It's quite like long, I think it's 2 meters long and quite wide for most ones, and it's super sticky. And we've got this blanket over it just to protect it a little bit from all the dust that's around, obviously. Recovery wise, we have a couple of foam rollers. So we've got this big one here, it's got little knobbly bits, but it's a little bit cushy. Another one with a trigger point. This one's actually quite hard, so if you're looking for real deep and real hard, this one's a really good one. Then we also have this mini one, which the reason why I bought this is hard, and if you want to get into real deep into one little area, and also more so for travel. I mean, look, it's really small, fits down, and beats using a rolling pin. Yeah, I've done that on holiday. And we've got these 2 ones here. This one looks like I don't know, some kind of like torture device. But this one is for using on your calves, or if you want to just put it on your hamstrings, another good thing for traveling with. And this one, obviously, with the little knobbly bits, gets really deep into them sections that you really want to work into. Equally, just as good is the ball. You've seen me use that in recent ones to get into real deep one spot or something, or just rolling around, and also good for travel. Bands, glorious bands. So we've got various different lengths, different sizes. I use them to do like a lot of activation exercises that you can use for clamshells, things like that. And also they make good like weapons, so we have like a play fight. But yeah, these are all really useful things. Good to have like a bit of a mix between something really hard and really easy, so that as you progress and get stronger, but also that you can use 2 for doing 2 different things, like one around the knees and one around the ankles. And then this one here, the long one, is really good actually, because you can do exercises with it. Say for instance, like now in the coronavirus times, that you can use it, put it below your feet, and so kind of like this, and you know, using it as kind of a bar. So this bit I call the miscellaneous section. So we've got another yoga mat here for when I get kicked off of this one, or when I kick Emma off of this one. And then we've also got these 2 yoga blocks, which are also really good. For instance, with those deep stretches like that one with Tom Merrick, if you're a little bit too tight, that you can use it for your benefit to help you get a better alignment rather than being like all crooked and everything, so you can have it like that. Kind of like the bands is like this yoga strap belt. That can be really good for getting nice good deep stretches, say like in the hamstrings in this kind of example here. And yeah, that's pretty much them. Not to forget this little pad here, which is like a little balance ball cushion. So it can be really good for doing like exercises where you're sort of, you know, well, balancing on it with one foot, using it as a step. Even sitting on it, if you like, for instance, like now, doing the working from home, you sit down on it whilst you're on your chair, and it gives you like a nice little core workout, and is a little bit more comfortable than sitting on a hard seat. We do also have this exercise ball. Well, look, I don't need to explain how you can use the exercise ball, but another good variety to use it outside of doing exercise is that you can have an extra person sit at the table and they can sit on this. And one of the last things I'm going to show to you, which is a new addition, this one here, 6 kilo weight. Haven't actually been using it too much, to be honest, but you know, good for doing squats, or if you're not going to a gym. I don't actually do so much weighted exercises, but it's always good to have one practical, ready to hand if you did need to or want to. And finally, along the wall here, every time I go to physio or see sports therapists and they give me an exercise, I like to write it down step by step, telling me, you know, make sure you don't do anterior pelvic tilt, whatever it is. So I've got all the details here, that when I'm lying here and I don't know, I don't have to go to YouTube, I don't have to email someone or text something. I've got it all written down here, and it's super handy and practical. All I do is use a little bit of tape as well, so that when I'm done with it, I can just rip it off and it's not going to damage the paint on the wall. There you go, that is my basic little home gym setup. I really like it, and I really enjoy having this space.
like constantly here. The reason why we created this space and got rid of the sofa is because it's quite handy when you have it already set up there, that when you're walking past you might just stop and do a squat, or you might, I don't know, use the band and stretch out your arms because they're stiff. But when you have to go to a certain room or to a gym or something, sometimes it might be a little bit, you know, more of a process, and you probably just sack it off. So having a space that is dedicated for doing your home gym stuff, even if it's just a box in a corner and you don't do something like this, can be really practical, that you might just be able to quickly get to stuff. Anyway, this is the home gym, so I hope you enjoyed that, and let's carry on with the rest of the day. Discovering some new roads. First time I've ever walked on this part of the road. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? Look at it. Industrial, Home Depot, B&Q, Bauhaus, whichever country, region you're from. Oh, forgot Finland. K-rauta. Why am I always out in the evening cycling or walking or just getting some outdoors time? I just love it, you know, like it's really good to get your head kind of space cleared out after being stuck indoors for so long, and then also great for recovery for the body, just to have a little bit of movement. I'd thoroughly recommend it, and I'm sure most of us all practice it anyway. It might just be a little healthier reminder for you. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.